That's my guess.
I could be, I could very well be like, and I mean, we have a photographer coming tomorrow to take pictures of the house.
Yep.
And all the things
Yep.
like, and so.
Yep. Well, this is your last lunch break. Welcome to lunch break.
Yeah.
Welcome to lunch break, everybody. It's your last one. Listen, if you want to come on and hang out later, because you'll still be here preaching some.
I will. I'll still be here.
It's
just weird.
It's pretty much the last lunch break with Pastor Jay.
I know, it's so strange. Like everything's surreal. Like these, because like I said, it really just kind of hit, the other week, and like I got up to preach, and it was just this like weird. And I'm gonna be preaching at Northwest probably through Christmas.
Right.
Like that's kind of the tentative plan, depending on how the calendar works. And if they get the new guy faster, then I'm out sooner.
Just depends, right?
If I just whatever.
But the possibilities there.
Well,
so
yeah, I mean, that's kind of like my tentative plan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's my last sermon or something.
It's not.
But it just really like struck me.
Yeah.
Like.
Yep.
And so now this is my last lunch break. Like.
Yep.
I mean, it's the end of July.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's like everything. I mean, it's weird.
It is. I mean, because what you're heading towards is exciting. And so I feel like for myself, I've kind of been focused on that for y'all. Like, oh, it's so exciting. He's going to do this thing and it's so great. And we're excited for him. But now we're getting to the lasts.
I think I know what it was.
What?
I think I know, like, at least on that Sunday.
Okay, what was it?
So for years now, 4 years since we came back from COVID, we've every Sunday morning we do this production run through.
Yes.
Where everybody's there, and I talk through okay, here's 5 to 8, something depending on how long I talk. Teaser for the sermon. We run through the order of service.
Yeah, here's when the sound guy needs to have this microphone.
Here's
this microphone.
Yeah, okay, Meredith's going to come out at this point.
Yeah.
There's this guest, all this sort of stuff like that. I didn't run it anymore.
No, you didn't.
Ryan's not running it because Ryan's
he's
the
the worship pastor.
So
yeah,
right,
I mean,
but I was always like that,
reins.
okay, if there's that final decision point that needs to be made, I can make it. But now I don't do that anymore.
That's right.
Now I'm just like
the teaching pastor.
Yeah, I'm just like a guest speaker now.
Nah.
So Ryan's in charge of everything now.
But he is in charge.
I mean, he was.
So if you need to complain, that's who you come talk to.
Realistically, Ryan was mostly in charge of it beforehand. But I was kind of like a figurehead. And so now I'm not even a figurehead.
That's true. You're just Pastor Jay.
Yeah. Like I'm lower than like the Queen of England used to be. Like the Queen of England was like a figurehead,
right.
Like King Charles, he's a figurehead but like whatever. I'm not even that anymore. Nope. I'm the lackey that sweeps the floors or something. I don't even know. I don't know what I do.
You're not even fixing coffee anymore. So
no, I'm not. That's part of it too. I'm not even making coffee on Sunday mornings because when you're married to the head of the coffee ministry.
Oh yeah.
And she's not the head of the coffee ministry.
Oh yeah.
Anymore. Like you end up doing stuff because that's what you do.
That's right.
It's your spousal requirements or whatever.
You didn't say duties. I thought you were going to say.
I can't say that because your husband has ruined me on that word forever. And I watch it.
Anyway, sorry, I was waiting for you to say it.
No, I can't. Literally, I've stripped it out of my vocabulary because I'm going to go teach a bunch of college students, so it's going to be worse.
Oh, for sure.
But I used to say it in sermons, and I would watch Christians sitting at the sound booth in the back.
Yep.
And I would say the word duty, and he would just crack up laughing every time.
Yeah, or in elders meetings.
Oh, and so now, and it would throw me off. And so now I can't say it in sermons anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's obligation, responsibility, requirements.
I understand that. As married to him, there's things that I just don't say because I know he's going to make fun of me or whatever if I say it. So anyway. So since this is your last lunch break, I want to reminisce just a little bit.
Okay.
Because I know even though you're not leaving.
Right. But I'm like the ship is sailing.
Yes. And this is kind of our last time to chit chat, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And so let's reminisce a little bit. So when you guys came to Northwest, where were you at before then? What church? What were you doing?
Okay. So I was preaching at this little church. Well, it wasn't a little church. I mean, it's 250 people. So, but in the grand scheme of things, that's a little church. In a town called Canyon City, Colorado, which has 2 claims to fame.
Okay.
It has the Royal Gorge Bridge,
which
is the highest suspension bridge in America. And it's really cool. You can walk across it, and it's wood slats.
Wow.
And you're about 2,000 feet above
Thank you.
this gorge
Thank you.
is really, is the most fun I've ever had whitewater rafting. It's all class 5s, like the nonstop, like the whole river, the whole gorge section. The people die there every year because it's that intense. Like it's just like, whoa. So much fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you can walk across this bridge and you can look down through between the slats. And so if you have like height issue, it's not a place.
Not the one for you.
Yeah. You actually can still drive across it from time to time. Like it was originally the driving bridge, like for whatever. So anyway, so that's the first. The second is there's 13 prisons in this town.
Yeah, prisons. I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
6 federal prisons and 7 state prisons in one town.
Okay.
Really weird.
Wow.
Really weird. So that's what I had been.
Okay. So you were lead pastor there?
Yeah, I was a lead pastor. And I had been the youth pastor at that same church before I got married.
Okay.
And so then I left and moved to Phoenix, met Carrie and did some other things, and then got to go back as the lead pastor. Was there for about almost 5 years, and then I came here.
Okay.
13 years ago, 13 and a half years.
That's right. And how old were you? Had 2 girls at that point. And
I did. Just Abigail and Hannah. That was the only 2 I had.
How old were they?
Abigail was 5 and Hannah was 2.
Okay.
And they had literally just turned, we had a joint birthday party at the local swimming pool in Canyon City before we rolled out of town. And there was a huge forest fire, wildfire that was coming into town as we were leaving town. Like, and so we're loading the truck, and you could see the flames coming over the ridge.
Wow.
And it was just, we had a lot of guys in our church that were firefighters. And so they had all like, hey, we'll help you load the truck. Just kidding. Because they're out fighting fires. And so it was crazy. So yeah, so that was, it was weird. Caleb hadn't been born. Right. Elizabeth hadn't been born. That's 5 and 2. And so, yeah.
Yeah. And so, as you kind of think back over these 13 and a half years, like what are some of the sermon series that come to mind? That like you will leave here thinking, oh, I did that sermon series at Northwest. I did that sermon series at Northwest. What are some of the more memorable ones for whatever reason? Just because you were interested in the subject, or maybe because, the congregation really responded to it in that moment?
Great question. I don't know.
And it doesn't you don't have to say this is the favorite, but just what's one of them that pops in your brain?
There was one, the first one that probably pops in my brain was a couple years ago, was a Sermon on the Mount. In part because it was so raw for me. Like, we had just gone through some challenging times, right? Some real struggles, as a church, as a staff. And so as I'm preaching the Sermon on the Mount series, like so many of the weeks, it was like God just kind of smacking me in the face going, that's for you. Like, you need to hear that. The, turn the other cheek one. That one's for you. The one on forgiveness. Like the one on being meek. Blessed are the meek. Okay, that you need to hear that one. Like just some of these things, like, they say that the best sermons are lived by the preacher first, and so they impact the preacher first before they impact the congregation. If they don't impact me, then it's really hard for me to kind of translate that to others. And that whole
which is
series.
Interesting because people assume, even if they don't even realize it, that pastors are this perfect, they should do everything just right and they don't struggle, and you better not admit that you struggle with anything because that makes you human, and that people don't like that. But I think that's interesting that you said like that you need to really work through those things before you.
It does. It should always work through the pastor before it works through the congregation. And that, honestly, one of the criticisms I get most as a preacher is that I'm not professional enough. I'm too normal,
personable,
too down to earth. I share some of my failings. I share some of my faults and flaws. Like, I'm not as polished. Right. Precise in my language.
People do expect it, even if they don't realize they do. They do.
We used to call it the mystique of the pastorate in seminary, and there is something to that where people, they say they want a preacher who's relatable, but a lot of people don't actually. They say they do, but they don't. There's a dichotomy within their soul. They want the polished, professional, perfect. That's
Mm-hmm.
part of the pressure that exists for people in ministry.
Right.
Is there's this expectation of perfection, and nobody can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody, like literally no one apart
Right.
from Christ himself.
Right.
And I was, when I get that criticism, or when I would get that criticism, I would look back, and not that I'm the Apostle Paul by any stretch of the imagination, not even close, but he was criticized for his preaching style as well, because he wasn't as flowery and precise and polished as Apollos was.
Right. Right.
And so I'm like, okay, all right, so I don't
Paul
have
can
to
do it. I can do it.
well,
Right?
but it was that, like, I don't have to be anything other than me.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
like being more laid back and more conversational in my preaching style.
Sure.
I like telling more jokes. I like, and there's room for all different styles.
Absolutely.
In all different ways, but that's always
just you.
it's just me.
Yeah.
And I am who I am. And I probably won't get invited to the lecture circuit, and I may not do the conferences, and I may not
We'll see.
be picked upon to do, like, oh, we need somebody who's really going to fire people up. They're not going to think, oh, let's get Jay for that. But
See.
I am who I am.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. The most popular series that I ever did was the one I did on Revelation.
Revelation.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say for sure.
I could probably do that once a year, and
people would be okay.
they'd be like, yeah, let's do that one again.
Stick into it again.
People still ask, like,
Yeah.
when are you going to do Revelation again?
Uh-huh.
I want to do the end times. When are we going to do the end times? So, like,
yeah, it's
so
a
that-
big topic of
that-
conversation these
it's
days.
huge.
So,
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
So I remember, we're going to go back a little bit further of the armor of God, where you had the mannequin Hansel on stage, and you used him and put the
he's so
armor
hot right
on
now.
him.
Hansel.
I know.
That's a terrible movie quote, but yeah. So that's why we still have Hansel's closet.
We do, because that's where he lived. Who is it that he scared a lot? Didn't he scare some people coming in?
He scares Pell. He used to scare Pell.
Yeah.
And Pell Carter is the best person to scare.
He is so fun to scare.
Isn't he fantastic?
My word. He's the best jump.
His reaction is amazing.
It is.
And you can literally, like, he's so easy to scare. Like, you walk around the corner and
yes, because
like,
he does his hands up, and it's fantastic. And I'm afraid I'm going to,
especially now that he's gotten a little bit older. Like, I mean,
oh
my God.
yeah.
Bro, you're like in your...
I know how I feel when people scare me. I don't like it.
I know.
So, but anyway. Hansel.
I remember that. I love, and I will probably, if I ever, and I, in my new job, I will travel more, and go to churches and speak at other churches as part of the role. It's a church relations thing. So I'm toying with resurrecting the David and Goliath sermon.
Oh, I do.
Where I had the life-size cutout of Goliath,
yes,
and the life-size cutout of David. Like,
fantastic.
I'm thinking about building one of those, like, and putting it in pieces so that I could take it to a church and do, because it's such a great visual.
Absolutely.
When you see the scale of almost 10 foot tall Goliath and David, who was maybe best case scenario 5 foot tall, and just the disparity.
You brought somebody out there, a child, I think, that was 5 foot at one point to see. I don't remember who it was.
I don't remember.
But I think
that
you
either.
brought somebody out to kind of show, here's how tall David would have been.
Yeah.
And standing next to Goliath.
It's unbelievable because, I mean, you hit like mid-thigh on this guy. Like, I mean, and that's really, and so it just puts it in context. Because, we know the story of, only a shepherd boy named David. Like, he goes out there and he faces down this giant. And it's, when you see it in real life, it puts it in a different kind of category of, oh my goodness, this is really and truly... Yeah, I see why the whole army of Israel was afraid of this guy.
Right.
Because they're all like average height of a grown man was 5'1". And so here's a guy who's literally double your height.
Yeah.
As professional warrior since birth. He'd been born and raised and bred to do this thing. And you're just you're a blacksmith, or you're a brick mason, or you're a farmer or whatever. Because that's all they didn't have professional standing armies like we do. And so you go out there to fight and you're like, nah. yeah.
I ain't doing it.
And then a little shepherd, 14, 15, 16-year-old kid.
There you go.
Who was probably not even 5 foot tall. It's crazy.
Take care of him. Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm thinking about that as like hey, I can keep that in my back pocket. So, because when the guest preacher comes in,
Oh, yeah.
and they can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You can set up a full life-size Goliath. Like that'd be awesome.
You have to figure out how you got a shop at the new house you can store that in. So there you go.
Oh, I do.
You could store it there. Yep. That'll be a good one. Any others that you can think of? I've got another question for you. I've got it in my mind, but any others? I don't want to move on until you're ready to.
I got so many of like,
I know.
We did one on Philippians 4, just that passage of scripture, the whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is lovely, whatever is excellent, whatever is praiseworthy, thing on these things. Yeah. And so I just kind of walked through those things. I still have the magnet. We did a fridge magnet.
Yeah, we did.
I still had that on my fridge. So I like that one. They're good. The Mark series, it was 18 months in Mark. I loved that one.
Yes.
That one was super fun.
Yeah, you love taking those passages of scripture, just digging down into those.
I didn't used to. I used to think that was boring.
In your old age,
I'd say now that I'm old, I know, right? Like, but I'm a sucker for that, just like step by bit, just like we've been doing in Psalm 23.
Well, I was about to say, and we've done that in staff meetings, and even when you haven't been necessarily speaking about the scripture that we're studying in staff meetings, we take a book of the Bible and we just dig in as a staff, and that's been great. I've enjoyed that a lot.
It's really good.
So I wanted to also talk to you about the fact that you were pastor here during COVID. Because that just was that will be something when you look back on your time at Northwest, you were pastoring the church through COVID. Tell us a little bit about what that was like.
It was horrible.
I know.
Like it was just hard because it was 6 years ago. Seems like forever ago. It
does.
But it was just so bizarre. I remember we had a worship night. I don't know if you remember this. So the week that everything shut down, that week on Wednesday night, we had a worship night, and it was huge, and it was awesome, and it was exciting. It was the first worship night we'd done in a while, and I remember that evening, maybe it was the next day, there was a member of our congregation called me on the phone in a semi-panic, and it was like, hey, so I just got diagnosed with this COVID thing. Yeah. I've got the corona. I've got the Rona. Yeah. I can't show you back, whatever. And he said to me, he's like, and I hugged some old ladies. I'm scared. And so we prayed on the phone, and then there was a church just up the street that was actually on the news as a super spreader event because they had held a funeral that same week, Friday. Yeah. And a bunch of people got really sick, and some even died from it. And it was because nobody knew. Nobody had a clue. No. And so I get that call on Thursday, talking to the elders on Friday, and we're like, what are we going to do? I don't know. What are we going to do? And then I called some other area churches in town, and everybody was in the same boat. Yeah, absolutely. Like Westridge, Lifebridge, Cedar Crest. Like I call these, and they're all like, we're thinking maybe, I don't know. Yeah, nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew what to do. That was Friday. And then come Saturday, everybody shut down. Yeah. Like, and we all just like, we kind of have this collaborative thing, and everybody's like, yeah, no, we're canceling. We had none of this equipment. We didn't have a studio. Right. We didn't have any of the infrastructure to try to figure it out. And it was crazy. Yeah. It was chaos. It was just weird. And then going through all of that and the conflicts, because everybody was scared. And when you're scared, you're just not always on your game, right? And so people were fighting, and no matter what you did, you were wrong. So if you opened up too early, you wanted to kill people. Right. If you didn't open up early enough, you were woke progressive, and you caved to whatever. And then you had all the racial conflict that was swirling, and then the financial side of things. And it was a global mess. And in the church world, it was a mess as well. Yeah. Because you also have what they call the Great Shuffle that happened. We lost so many people. Sure. So many people that had been core members of the church. They went to other churches. But we also got a lot of people who had gone to other churches and started coming to Northwest. Absolutely. And so it's just what people did. They just kind of shuffled their memberships around. And it was so hard because, like, this is one of the things I don't tell you about being in ministry. And you know this, we're on the staff side, that most people in the congregation don't understand. when someone leaves, it hurts.
It does.
It's personal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and even when you understand, when you're like, oh, okay, well, this wasn't your cup of tea, or
sure,
oh, your theology has shifted a little, so now you're over here, or oh, all your kids' friends, okay, they're all going to the school together, and like, okay, even when it makes sense, it really hurts.
It does, because it's part of your family.
Your family.
It's your church family.
Like, it's not just a church, and people on the staff side, because you walk with these people and you shepherd them and you know them in a different way. Like, it's hard. And so all through COVID, there was all the cultural stuff, all the conflict stuff, all the people leaving that you had loved for years. Yeah. And then for me, there was just a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
And everybody, and this across the board, people I've talked to, the people who were preaching, doing worship ministry, and sometimes kids ministry, just burned out. Yeah. At record rates.
Yeah.
Because
you have to change everything that you're doing. Yeah. Every way that you are reaching people and leading people to the Lord had to change everything.
Well, and then you're producing content, and you're having to crank out. I mean, I used to do weekly updates. Remember those back in the day? And every week was the sermon, and you're having to film it in advance, and the worship pastors having to film and do all of that stuff in it, and then you had to cut all of that. And then you had to upload it, and you had to deal with all the tech stuff, and then you had to deal with all the, now you got an increased load of hospital calls, and how do you reach and connect to shepherd people that are distant and all this sort of stuff. And then your family's needing time too. Right. Like, I mean, it was just, it was hard. It was weird.
I remember though, when we did the first outdoor service here in this field, I was so thankful we had that soccer field at that point, because who marked it off into grids?
Robbie Cooper.
All right, marked it off into grids, and then you could bring your lawn chairs. There was a stay. Y'all put up a trailer.
But you had to stay in your square. Like, you had to stay in your grid because, like
6 feet away.
6 feet away. Because the COVID virus magically died at 6 feet.
Right.
When and even when you're outside. Like, that's the thing.
Didn't know.
Like, it's like, and when you think about it, you're like, we were outside.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, come on, there's a breeze blowing. It's gonna blow the bacteria. What are we thinking?
I don't know.
But we didn't
know.
We weren't thinking. Like, it was crazy.
We were doing the best we can to get together, because we wanted to be together.
And so we did that for,
I don't even remember.
2 months, I think.
I don't even remember. All that is such a blur.
It is.
So I don't even.
Well, and then Elizabeth was born in the middle of that.
Yes, she was.
She was born in July of 2020.
Yes, she was.
Carrie had her challenges.
And you didn't get to go into the hospital with her for that.
No. Well, so I was there when Elizabeth was born. I was one of the first dads they let back in.
Okay.
At Kennestone for that whole process, which was cool. But then 3 days later, they shut it back down again because there was a spike in COVID numbers, and that's when Carrie had to go back into the hospital. Yeah, was 3 days later. So I've got, I can't go. I did get in trouble by security at that point because I didn't handle that super duper great.
Well, again, we didn't know how to do. I mean, how do you?
Because they took her, the ambulance took her from the house and took her straight in. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm gonna go see my wife.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, I'm sorry, sir. And I'm like, oh, I'm coming. Like, and so there was this little moment there in the Kennestone,
like, flash your clergy.
Well, I tried. Because usually, like, I have like a go anywhere pass as a clergy member.
Exactly.
Like, I can go to ICU. I can go to all these places like nobody else can. Yeah. Because that's just part of what they do. They're really good about that. Yeah. In the Wellstar system.
Yeah, they are.
But this one, like, even with that, they're like, no.
That's right.
And I'm like, oh yeah.
And then you didn't.
And
you sat in the car, right?
I did. I sat in the car in the parking garage. Like, and so, and it was just, man, it was chaos. Yeah. It was just crazy. So
yeah. Anyway. But we had a lot of good come from it as far as the technology goes.
Man.
I mean, on the fly, everything had to change.
We wouldn't have any of the stuff.
Right.
Probably. Like, it was really good.
Because we had to figure out how to make it happen.
You had to figure it out
when it was time. Yeah. So
it was, and everybody had to, like, nobody, not even like the major churches, very, very few were live streaming.
Right. Right.
I don't think even Passion City was live streaming at that point. Like I think they had a lot of the camera infrastructure,
Right.
because they would record their services and then upload them later.
I gotcha.
And people would watch, or they had, like North Point had a TV show prior to all of that.
Okay.
But I don't think they were live even. It was weird.
Yeah. And now it's just what we do.
That's what you do. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
Everybody, if you don't live stream, like,
I know.
what's your problem, man?
I know. Yeah. That was a crazy time. So when you look back at Northwest, like that's part of this, your story here is working through COVID.
Yeah. Well, and that's where like we had a couple of our elders that went on sabbatical, and after their 6 years, and they were elders through all of that. And some of our current elders were elders in the middle of all of that. And like, I don't think people realize the exhaustion for those guys too. The pressure and the stress, because it wasn't just me.
Sure.
And it wasn't just the staff. We had these calls all the time. Like, okay, there's no hand sanitizer.
Right.
What are we going to do? How do we have service? Like people are going to go bananas because there's not enough hand sanitizer, but you couldn't get it.
Right.
Like remember there was hand sanitizer shortages, toilet paper shortages. We had like all this sort of stuff.
We had a graphic that we would put up that said something about making sure that you were sitting far enough away from your neighbor.
Right. We had the chairs spread out, I mean, it was just this whole weird, and everybody, it was everywhere.
Yep,
everybody had these weird things. So,
right.
So those guys, like I know, like it was amazing.
Just making the decisions was just exhausting.
It is. Because you knew no matter what you did, people were going to get mad and leave.
Yeah. Yep.
Which comes with leadership, right? Bob Elliott used to say, if you want to make people happy, don't be a leader, sell ice cream. Like, so that's what you do. Like, don't be a leader, sell ice cream. Because that's the only way to make people happy.
Yeah.
But it's still hard though.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. So as you do look back on your time here at Northwest, you're going to be doing something that is very different from what you're doing now, even though you'll still be guest preaching. That's still different than what you're doing now.
That's different too. It's weird.
What are you going to miss the most about being a lead pastor on a church campus? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you'll be going to preach, you'll be interacting with, you'll still be teaching, which you love to do.
Which I love to do. I love that. Yeah.
But what is it that you're going to miss the most about being a lead pastor since your role is completely changing?
That's easy. That's the relationships. Like, there's a privilege that I don't think, especially young ministers, young leaders don't understand. Like you get, as the pastor, you get invited into sacred spaces.
True.
So like someone passes away, the family, even if you don't know them they'll invite you into that sacred space, or birth of a child or hospital rooms, you get to go in, and those are sacred moments, right? And they build depth of relationship. I tell the staff this, and I've told others this as well. It's like, people can forgive you for a lot of things, because you always make mistakes, but they don't forget those moments when you showed up or when you didn't show up.
Right.
Like you don't show up at the funeral. They may still like you, but they won't forget. But conversely, you do show up, like they won't forget that either. And so it creates a different depth of relationship that it's hard to quantify. Like it's hard to explain. And I'm going to miss that. Like I won't have that anymore. I'll just be like a regular dude.
Yep.
Like, I'll go to church and be like a regular guy.
Be Jay.
Like, I'll just be me. Like, which
I don't know how that's going to work. I'm a little nervous about that for you.
Honestly, I don't know either. But so I'll miss that. Like I'll miss that, the privilege of having that depth of relationship and being able to speak in those places and moments and to just connect with people, because I just love people. So I'll miss that so much. And I'll miss the people here.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I'll still be here, and then from time to time, we'll still come back for different things or whatever, but it's going to change.
Yes.
And that'll be hard too.
Yeah.
And going to just a church and just being a regular guy.
Yeah.
Like, and my family just being regular
people. You don't know what that looks like at all. You've never experienced that since you went into ministry at all.
So I had one little window. I had about a year.
Okay.
Maybe not quite a year. It's like 9 months when I tried to get out of ministry.
Mm-hmm.
is when I did law enforcement.
Oh, yeah.
But we never found a home church. So we never were, I mean, we tried a bunch of churches.
Right.
Like, we're like, okay, we go, okay, we're going to power through for 6 weeks just to see. And it stunk. And then we're like, okay, let's go do another.
Yep.
And so we just kind of kept like jumping around. We never found that place.
Yeah.
And so that was weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also almost 20 years ago.
Right.
And so like I've been doing ministry 20 years more.
More
like,
years, yeah.
Like I'm at, you're 29.
Yeah.
And so like.
Oh man, one more year, you could have 30.
I know. But literally my entire adult life I've been doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I've never as an adult just been a normal person. And I mean,
normal. Not normal. We know.
I was like normal being a very loose term, right? Like we all know that to be true, right?
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like, and I think that was why part of like what struck me a couple of weeks ago on that Sunday where it just kind of like really became real. Like, it's just going to be different. Yeah. Like, and so I'll miss it.
A new normal.
Yeah. I'll miss being Pastor J. One of my kids, my email address is pastorj17@gmail.com.
Yep.
I've had it for, since before I got married.
Yeah.
So the same email address for like, over 23 years.
Right.
And so they're like, so you're going to get a new email address because you're not Pastor J anymore? I'm like, heck no.
That's right.
Like, because I'm too lazy. I don't want to take the time to go re-register with everything.
Oh, gosh, no. Listen, I did that like 7 or 8 years ago.
Oh, it's the worst.
Terrible.
Like,
just because I had a Hotmail address. So I had to go to Gmail at that point. Mine still had my maiden initial, MEREG 26 at Hotmail, Mereg at 26 because my main name's Graves. So it was G. And so I had that till about 7 or 8 years ago. And then once I finally started getting looks from people when I would tell them my email address, especially like if I signed up for something at a store and the young like the
clerk
salesperson was like,
hello,
say Hotmail,
boomer.
and they kind of look at me like, okay, all right, what is Hotmail? I don't even know if I've heard of that. So anyway,
like that would be a cool app, like, or like a service you could pay, like, hey, I want to get rid of my hotchick17 at yahoo.com.
Right.
Like that I signed up for when you're in college, right?
One of my, I'm going to out Jackson. He's going to die if he does, but his initial, like, outside of his school email address was Big Boy Cucumber. What is that? And boy, B-O-I.
B-O-I, of course, because you couldn't say Ryan's dying over there.
Right? Because we all do, like,
when
you were kids.
Stuff.
We only got an email when I was in college.
I was a grown up. I was full grown.
These kids these days, they're like, yeah, I'm going to call my Big Boy Cucumber, And it's like, no, you can't continue to use that as you get to adulthood.
So next
but your Pastor J one can that's fine. My kids still call you Pastor. They'll call you Pastor J forever. You will always be Pastor J.
Yeah.
Do not call him Big Boy Cucumber when you see him again. I knew you were going to ask that. I could.
Ryan's totally going to do it. Ryan's going to completely do it. He's going to be so mad at you. Oh, he will totally. It's going to be awesome.
He'll kill me.
And everybody who's watching Lunchbox, next time they see Jackson.
That's right. Like, Big Boy Cucumber.
Big Boy Cucumber, what's up?
But, I think about, like, at least for some people, like Maggie. I think about Maggie.
Glitter Mama.
Who's Glitter Mama. That still works for her.
It does. Like I say, that's still
that
legit.
one's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so Pastor Jay's fine. Of course, you're still pastor.
I'm still going to be that.
Like, you're not going to be able to help but to pastor people. And you're pastoring, future pastors.
Oh, I'm already doing it. Like, so there's the guy, one of my mentors, like he's the guy that I'm actually following at Point University. He's in the ICU.
I was going to ask how he is. I know
he's slowly doing better, I think, from the latest updates I got. But he's in the ICU. Got bacterial pneumonia. It was scary, kind of touch and go for him over there. And so I'm like, hey, has anybody set up a meal train? Like, okay, so how can I come alongside the family? What do you guys need right now? And like, and they're all, so they're like, what are you doing?
Right.
And I'm like, what? I guess I don't do that anymore. Like, I'm still doing it anyway. So like,
and that's gonna be hard for Carrie too. Like, she will automatically fall as you guys get plugged into a new church in Noonan or in that surrounding area. She'll totally just jump into, like, she won't be able to help herself. That's who she is.
Yeah, which would be good. Like, because I mean, that's not bad.
We have some former pastors in our congregation, different types of pastors, not just lead pastors, but others, and they're special. They're different.
It is different,
and not special like but like really like special. Stop! Why are you? What's right laughing at me?
Meredith's on a roll. Big boy cucumber, and then she's like making fun of like I don't.
Well,
know.
listen, Jamie Christie watches this, and
He
I don't
does.
want him to think I'm making fun of him in any way.
You just called it special.
No, Jamie, I think you're fantastic, and I just want you
She
to
thinks you're
know
special,
we're so
Jamie.
glad you're
Jamie, you're special. Buddy. Like, we love you.
But it's always nice to have pastors in our congregation. Y'all, you're welcome that this is the last one with Jay. You're welcome. Okay.
I'm sorry. Like what?
I want, yeah.
The new guy better be like able to pull this off. Like I don't know how that's gonna roll. Like,
What do you mean? You're the one that causes trouble on
I
these
know that's
things.
what that's exactly what I mean. Like, will the new guy be able to cause trouble?
I don't know, but
Like because it won't be the same.
We'll
like if he comes,
see.
hello, my name is new guy.
I
and
can't
I'm like,
imagine that
Meredith,
that's gonna.
you know.
No, I can't imagine that. So.
Excellent point, Meredith.
We'll
so,
see.
in my opinion, like,
Yes.
I mean, that'd be just weird.
Well, we'll see.
He's all stuffy and whatnot.
Maybe this won't be a thing with the new pastor. Who
That's true.
knows? Because we've got some really great things. We're continuing lunch break.
I know you're gonna mix it up.
We are. We're going to
excited.
be having a lot of other people on here. Like Natalie and Josh were on last week.
Yeah.
I'll have other guests that'll be on with me.
Who's coming? Like, who do you got?
I've been talking to like men's ministry people.
yeah.
Diana Martinez is going to be on with me in the next few weeks to talk about moms of faith. Just different people in our congregation that maybe you haven't met or you haven't seen before, or even if you have, you just might get to know them a little better from being here on lunch breaks.
That's super good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So I'll be excited.
And I'm not telling anymore because it's a surprise. You're just going to have to tune in and see who's going to be on.
That sounds fair. I like that. That's awesome.
But also we'll have people on from time to time, some of the elders, to talk about where we are in the transition and that kind of thing too. But
that's good.
You guys are stuck with me from here on out, but it's going to be good. I promise. We got some big
That just needs to be
ideas.
like, I think like that needs to be part of the criteria. That could be part of the interview process.
He has
They
to
have
sit
to,
with
he has
me
to sit in
and see
here
if he can.
and we'll film it
And
and then we'll grade it. And
see how it goes.
Like,
yeah.
we could sit there like, oh, now he stinks. Like, no, that's
That'll
bad.
be part of
Like,
the survey
ooh,
we
that
send
was-
out.
Yeah, we could send that out.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think that'd be okay.
Okay. We'll see.
I don't know.
I'm not in charge of that. You talk to
Me
the
neither.
elders.
So
But
I'm
it's
totally out of that one. I'm like, what a like.
Yeah.
I keep throwing in things, and the last elders meeting was like, you know what you ought to think about, and the guys, okay,
because we have to make a transition too.
I know.
We have to.
No, it's good.
as well.
It's all good.
Yeah,
It's all good.
It's mostly good. So
Yeah.
we'll
It's
see.
gonna be great.
Looking towards the future.
I'm convinced, and I said this. I don't even remember what environment I said it in. But what I am literally specifically praying for is that Northwest finds somebody 10 times better than me at everything. Like that.
So we always want it to be better and better and better
Yeah.
all the time.
Just like better preacher,
Yeah.
better leader, better shepherd, better intellectual. I mean, like all the things.
Yeah.
I,
That's the way to leave. I would
Yeah.
like to think that when I am no longer on staff at Northwest, that I can't say that they find somebody 1,000 times better than me to
Yeah.
do this job.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's just what you want for the people that
Right.
you love.
Absolutely.
You know? So
So-
that makes sense. Yeah. All right. Well, one last
How do we sign off?
I don't know. One last time to look at your feet. You're not
That's
wearing
it.
any socks today.
Decided to go nuts, sand socks.
That's right. Oh, well,
like,
we're both wearing green today.
know.
There we go.
It's
We
weird.
match.
So
I don't know how
I
you
don't
sign
know.
off.
How do you do that? Like,
Why don't you do that today? Why don't
you know what we
use
need? We need
something
that test pattern. Remember that from back in the day? Are you old enough to remember the test pattern on TV?
Yes.
Like,
yes, where it just goes blank.
It just like they had the national anthem and at the very end, and then just went
Yep.
like to the test pattern. Maybe we should. Can we? I bet Ryan could find the
Maybe,
test
but
pattern.
I'm gonna look for some bloopers before this goes out to everybody. See if we can put some bloopers of you on there.
Okay. Maybe I don't know.
And then a laugh because
That's true. That's fair. Yeah. That's
okay.
yeah. Whatever. I don't know.
I don't
We should wrap this up because I don't know how to get off stage.
No, I don't either.
Like-
right. Well, thanks for being here.
Thanks.
We'll let you say the last line.
Thanks for watching Lunch Break.
Yeah.
We'll
And I'll see you
Sunday.
next week.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
That was weird.
You did it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's right. Yeah.
I
Cool.
don't know either.
the great things. See, when you watch Lunch Break, you get all these amazing tips and
That's
tricks. Yes.
No.
Oh, I love
No.
So good.
I know.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right. What else?
that was a lot.
That was a lot. I think we went long this week. Yeah.
We
I
may
think probably
have,
so.
but it was good stuff.
I don't know.
It's good stuff. So,
Awesome.
all right. Well, thanks for being here today,
Thanks, Meredith.
and thanks for watching. And we'll see you.
See you Sunday. Yeah.
Or next week.
Yes. Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Or lunch break. I don't know. Whatever.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you.
We'll see.
See you around.
That's cut. Okay.